Morning, everybody. You're welcome to the Daily Digest, the first of the week. Okay, I think this is a payday is anytime from now. Those of you who are entrepreneurs and have to pay salaries will be shaking in your legs, and also will have your legs shaking. And also those of you who are going to receive salaries you'll be hoping and expecting that I hope Oga would do the needful this time around. You're welcome to the program. Right, a few notices here. On tomorrow, we're going to have Diabomi as usual, which is Wednesday, with Tochi. Tochi is a lawyer and she's an author, you know. And so Tochi will be here tomorrow. And on Friday, I have Friskla, my good friend from Germany. He's going to be here on Friday from 9 o'clock. Friskla is going to be here. I'm sure you know it's very hot. When he's in the studio, I'm like on my toes. And then I have a big one on Saturday. The discuss on Saturday with Jimi Disu is going to feature Dr. Patu Tommy. And that's one I really look forward to. I hope you enjoyed the one of last Saturday. Right, so let's go. Today we are going to talk about, food prices and, the current situation that we are in. And I said, well, when it comes to food, the only two people I have on my mind, the one that is a butcher and the one that is a farmer. And as God would have it, they're women, because really and truly it's the woman who feels it. Who feels it not? I know it's supposed to be who feel it, but it's the woman who feels it not. And so I have Isioma the butcher here. I was asking Isioma Emina, but I had to ask in the studio after having known her for close to about 4 to 5 years. And she said, Uncle Jimmy, just say Isioma the butcher. You started it. Isioma, good morning. How are you? Yes. Isioma recently turned 50, if you remember. And we had a nice surprise for you that day, you remember? Yes. But she ran away from coming to the studio. We're on Facebook, so you can see Isioma, what she looks like at 50 with a new low cut and everything, Morning, Mr. Emina. I got your greetings. Also, we also have Nkiru. Of course, all of you know Nkiru, the farmer. She's on, I don't know whether it's on pilgrimage or rest or doctor ordered rest or whatever it is. But every time Nkiru is always saying, Uncle Jimmy, this double, give me this one. But I didn't see money for your body now. How will they do that? Nkiru, good morning. We can't hear her. Nkiru, good morning. Who is attracting your attention there? We can't hear her at all. Oh my God. Hello. We can see the picture, but we can't. We can't. Hello, morning. Hello. She can't see us. She can't see us. Oh, she's just connected. Okay. Anyway, we'll get started. Hopefully, she'll join us as we speak. But you can actually see her on YouTube because we're going through Zoom. Can she hear us now? Hello, morning, Nkiru.
Yes, I can hear you now. Good morning.
Oh my God, she's going to bust my eardrums. Let me bring it down a bit. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Where are you speaking from, though? We need to establish that.
I'm speaking from Enugu.
Are you setting up farm there, or you've gone on pilgrimage?
Fresh air. She went for fresh air.
And mommy, she
No,
goes to mama.
I came to visit my mom. I came to spend time with my mom.
I know. One day, is it safe to go to Enugu these days? I mean, in reality, with the stories that
it's a direct flight from Lagos. We have like 3 flights coming in every day.
Wow.
Yeah, but moving. So today now, is there any
restriction?
Work at home?
Mondays sit at home, but people moved. I went around. Just that shops don't open, market doesn't open, but offices that want to open at least in Enugu State, and they're not attacked.
What about the banks?
So it's getting better.
What about the banks?
The banks don't open.
I thought I read somewhere that they had lifted
many government offices that open because the government came down and told them if all civil servants didn't show up for work that they might be fired. So the government offices open.
But they're under guard. The government offices have to.
What has changed from the last government and new government is that when I went out yesterday, every street had a military presence or police presence.
I see.
So people were aware, all the rabble rousers were aware that if they came out on the streets that they were going to get it. So, but most people are still very careful. So there was actually not much movement.
Okay, let's get down to business. Might as well start with you. As far as food prices go and farming, it's from farming that we get the food that we eat. By the way, this year you're not giving me any corn, but I understand. I understand. So, what are the challenges you face, in the farming area that has led to? Of course, we know the obvious inflation, but what are the other challenges that you have as a farmer?
And most of the inputs into farming are dollarized. They're still imported. The seeds, most of us use a lot of the fertilizers and chemicals they use were still imported. All right. I mean, Ichama will elaborate on this later. The biggest input into fish farming and poultry farming is feed, maize. Government stopped importation of maize. The cost of maize is high. The borders are closed. We can't even get maize from the Niger Republic. Yeah. So all our inputs are dollarized, and then we're running on power, either petrol or diesel. Everybody's production cost has just astronomically gone up just by that change in policy.
Why do you think?
We can't pass on the prices to the final consumer because the final consumer is already squeezed. So we, the farmers, are getting out. When I say farming, 90% of farms have shut down.
Wow. Yeah. So you're the last man standing. You're the last.
Come and get out. So it's really because people themselves of X in their farm. They'll just have to sell it off at a loss.
Wow. Let me ask the butcher.
Most farms are not equipped for storage long term. We're built for produce and sell immediately. So you sell at the prevailing price, even if it's at your own loss.
Okay, Madam Butcher. I don't know. I think I should apologize for calling you somebody the butcher. It connotes like maybe you're some very sinister person.
Always holding a knife.
Maybe one day Mr. Emila should be sleeping with one eye open. But in that area, what is it like now?
So
inflation has hit.
So every day you buy something, the price is different.
You're kidding me.
I'm not kidding you.
Yes.
Every day we buy something, the price is different. So at some point too, I was actually tired of, updating prices. So I always tell customers now that please, any price I send to you is not the final price. The final
it's valid
price
for only 2 hours.
Is determined at the point that you're ready to exchange money because there are things we just can't control.
Okay. Let's go down to details. I'm a bit more familiar with your area than Nkiru's. And that is that just to say that, okay, how much would an average size, how much did it cost this time last year, a cow? And how much is an average size cow now, today?
So I bought about 4 animals on Friday.
Which are these animals now?
No, cows. 4 cows. And those 4 cows cost me a little bit over 2 million.
4 cows?
4 cows, yes.
So should we average them at 500,000?
About, yes. Before you could get this same size of animals for like 250, 300.
Even 150 at some point, 150, 200.
150 may be too small, but 250 for the size. For the size, yes. 250.
So the price has doubled?
Yes, more or less.
What about fish?
So fish has remained relatively stable because we buy our fish from a big fish farm. It's just of recent he increased by like 200 naira or so.
Per fish?
Per kilo. No, per kilo. Per kg, yes.
Which fish is this kote or which fish?
No, sorry. I'm talking about catfish. But all those frozen fish that come from the border, all those ones have gone up by almost.
The thing about catfish is that every time I look at that thing, is it a fish or a snake? It's one of the reasons.
It's fish.
There was one day I was delving into catfish, nice pepper soup there's one famous place in Fadei. Yeah, something there, with the husband. The husband is always sitting next to her as if they won't carry and go. But so they put the big fire. As I was eating up, scraping it up, when I was moving gradually from right to left in the big plate towards the head, I took one look at this thing and I said to myself, Jimi Disu. I answered myself, yes. I said to myself, Jimi Disu, do you know you're eating snake?
No, it's not snake. Because it wriggles like, but it's not. It's fish.
Look at the head.
What's wrong with
Is that the head of a fish?
That's the sweetest part of the fish, actually.
I know. The head is always good. Even cow. Even,
That's where the sauce is.
Isiewu and everything is. I think it's this. I'm not going to be eating
Catfish.
I like to pay tribute to my good friend Willie Thomas, who died about 2 years ago. Willie Thomas had a restaurant in Abeokuta called Blue Mango. I remember him as we're speaking. And what did he serve? He served crocodile. He served crocodile. Wow. I think one time he had tortoise serve.
Yeah.
So one day I went to greet him and he said, Jimmy, let them make lunch for you. I said, no.
But interestingly, I've done an activation where I brought in all those kind of exotic meats.
You sell crocodile?
I don't sell it, but we did an activation in the office.
What is activation?
So we did like an exotic, all the kind of meat you won't regularly eat every day. Yes, like a food, yes. So we grilled it and we had people come and taste it.
Hey, Chineke, oh God.
We had snakes, we had alligator, we had very weird finds, really weird finds. And people actually came out to taste them.
So people come and pray for me. Did Mr. Emina also eat the crocodile?
Me, self, I didn't drink water that day in my store. I couldn't. But you have people who like those kind of things.
The borders between Nigeria and Niger has been closed.
Yeah.
And I hear it's affecting. We have loads of cows at the border. So you expect the cost of meat to go up?
Definitely. So Niger has been purported to be the biggest cow rearer. Yes. So they don't consume, but they rear. So definitely all these things, you see meat coming in trickles. So they're not slaughtering as much as they would normally slaughter.
So it's a double whammy for us, with the bad economy at hand and then this war threat. So what do we do? Nkiru, what the people are frightened. What do we do now? How do you feed us?
Everybody will cut their coats.
Government policy, what can we do? What can we do when we're buying petrol and diesel at the same price as everybody who's running the generator in their houses?
So you expect foodstuffs to go up by...
This is supposed to be producing fertilizer. We can't access the fertilizer.
Who is supposed to be producing?
For we production of crops.
Who is supposed to be doing... you said somebody's producing fertilizer. Who?
Dangote fertilizer.
Dangote fertilizer, yes.
We can't access it.
But wait a minute. I think we fell into some kind of trap with some fertilizer that came in from America. What I hear, and I'd like you to confirm, is that once you use that, I think it's related to something to do with Bill Gates. And that once you put that fertilizer in the ground, after you've planted your first crop, nothing will grow there unless you use that fertilizer again.
It's all this, don't mind them, it's all those hacks, works still. There's all those conspiracy theory around those Bill and Melinda Gates. Forget it. It's not true.
It's not true. Yeah, sure.
It's not true.
Have you used?
I'm sure.
Have you used their fertilizer?
That's what she uses now.
They don't produce fertilizer. They don't produce fertilizer. The biggest fertilizer company in the world is Cargill. It's not owned by them.
I see.
They don't produce fertilizer. It's conspiracy theory. The same one they did around COVID and HIV and the rest. It's just a conspiracy theory around them.
Okay, why somehow our food seems to have lost taste? Even the pepper doesn't taste like it used to. Yes.
Uncle Jimmy.
Even the pepper doesn't. What is responsible for that, if I may ask?
That person knows
we're going up. What we call heritage seats. Those were the seats. The old seats we had. Heritage.
Yes.
The old seats we had, like the types you used to see in the village.
Yes.
But their yields are very low.
Okay.
A farmer can barely make money with those seeds. So before the hybrid seeds came in, that gave high yield, but some of the taste with the heritage seeds have gone with it.
Because I said the soup doesn't taste like, God bless my mom, Ayoka. It doesn't taste like the soup she used to cook way back in the day, God bless her wherever she is.
But the seeds haven't gone into our own local seeds like Shoko and the rest. It's mainly maybe tomato, pepper, and the rest. Our native seeds are still our native seeds.
But
Wedu seeds, they don't have hybrid feed. It's still the local seeds. So
for
maybe you
for
should
the
check
veg.
maybe you should check who's cooking the soup for you.
Why are you making face? Don't make any face. Oh, I know the person who usually gives me a gift of soups. Eh? Can't answer.
No.
It's a pity. It's a pity. They're supposed to be a trio. Actually, I'd put them together, and Esme should have been here. But what I hear is
Yes.
that running a restaurant is so
Tough
so
now.
hands on and hands on
Yeah.
that I don't think she can afford to take
I,
her leg
I
off the
went to one
pedal.
of, I went to one of the restaurants we normally go to on Fridays once in a while. And sometimes when you get there, you have to call ahead to get a table. It's not the high, it's not the low, it's middle. So a lot of people are always there.
Yes.
We went on a Friday with a group of friends, and we came out and we said, "Did something happen? Is something shut down?"
But it's the same thing as the roads now.
Yeah, empty.
I don't know if it happens to other
It was
people.
practically empty.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Every day now, when I'm sitting quietly, because I don't go out, I spend a lot of time. When I sit quietly in my house, I get a feeling that every day feels like a public holiday.
Yeah.
You start asking
Yes.
people, is today Saturday? Is today Friday?
People are rethinking everything now.
Rethinking it. They're forced to.
Yeah.
A
Everything.
lot of people can't run their vehicles anymore. They are forced to.
Yeah.
I've not used my SUV in going to 2 months. I quietly just went and took one of my small cars, cleaned it up, and that's my everyday car because I can't
Yeah.
afford to be spending 50-something thousand a month when my income hasn't increased.
I think the rest.
But sorry, but your income hasn't increased, but your subvention. I'm sure you grab him by the neck and say, "Omo, you must increase this subvention." True or false?
His own subvention has not increased, so how can he increase mine?
You should stop going out. You should stop going out and serving around. Okay, it's Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. We are talking about food, general increase in prices. Okay, so we are talking about it in this mood. I'm deliberately making it this mood because if we tried otherwise, some people might just end up crying. The situation is quite bad. I can use myself as an example. It was just this weekend that I made the resolve that if it is only Gary I can drink, I'm not going to be buying food from restaurants anymore. Yeah, I mean, it's gone out of hand.
But how do we want those restaurants to survive?
Then everybody man for himself and God for us all. When was the last time you saw me at your...
Honestly, that's what is throwing.
But how do you cope? Because you have a middle class facility, which means that with all the prices of the products going up, your margins too. I mean, you have to run generator. You have to. I hope your staff are not hearing. You have to increase salaries and things like that. How do you cope?
So you're beginning to hear consumers now really very intentional about what they want to buy.
Okay.
So before they would walk into the store and just
By chance.
Yeah, just buy. Now they are, how much is this? Oh no. Can you take that one down? Reduce this. Then you're also having them relook what their mates at home are eating. So a customer said to me yesterday that she went to buy a freezer so that she could start locking up her food stuff.
You have to do that.
So they are now very intentional
You got to do
around
that. You got to do
monitoring what they eat.
Are you sure you're not referring to me? Because I now have to lock my freezer. No, you have to lock. And we have just 2 minutes to go. You have to lock your freezer.
Yeah.
And in as much as you care for those around you,
So sales.
you have your limits. You have your limits. It's a Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. I have Isioma the butcher here and an Inkiru the farmer. And they're also women of substance who get money by their husband self.
About that one.
So yeah, okay.
We just
Yeah,
work close.
all right. You women never admit.
Complexity.
You never. I don't know what it is about women. They never admit that they have money.
Why
Never.
do I need to
But we
lie?
don't have now, Uncle Jimmy. Do we admit
We don't
to
wear
lie?
cloth too.
Yeah. They never admit. Okay, so it's 9:24 virtually, so we just have a minute to go. We are going to take a short break. We'll open up our lines when we come back. 0700 993 993 993 01465 7190. Now I know this is a top. It is a what do you call it now? It's not a sensitive topic, no, but I know how emotional it can be.
Yeah.
But we'll take you on. Call in. express your frustrations, give us ideas if you have any. By the way, where is grandma? There was one mama we used to call that used to call in. I think she's grandma or so, mama. I haven't heard from her for a long time. Anyway, we'll take a short break now and we'll be right back. Huh?
Don't touch that dial. Daily Digest returns in a moment.
If you're on Niger's Confirm Network, you get a super gift of 1,000 naira for just joining the network. You're welcome. 900% bonus on every recharge, 100% data bonus for 6 months, and double data bonus on your first recharge of the month. That's the 9 Confirm plan from 9 Mobile, and it's lit. So get a new SIM or dial star 1400 hash and start browsing, sharing, and creating more on Niger's Confirm Network. 9 Mobile, here for you, here for Niger.
Get in on the action with Betano, your exciting destination for thrilling sports betting. Enjoy an award-winning experience with amazing betting options, cash out, and missions, as well as other features. Join now and get a welcome bonus of up to 100,000 naira. Betano.ng. The game starts now.
You've got big dreams, but you know it'll take hard work, determination, and sweat to achieve them. That's why you need Dubai Antiperspirant Deodorant with 48-hour protection. Dubai keeps you unapologetically fresh and confident every day. Dubai. Sweat it, don't smell it. Get Dubai Antiperspirant Deodorant today. Dubai is endorsed by the Nigerian Association of Dermatologists.
Lord, no card, no cash. Help me, help me.
Kuda Pay with USSD reporting for duty. I'll sort you out.
Kuda transfers on location. Send money to any Nigerian account for free. Fast.
Cash is hard. Kuda is easy. Get the Kuda app on your app store now.
Omo, our eye don't see way for this cash palava. As conductor dey shout,
as you enter, so enter with your change.
Market women go dey holla.
I beg, this money don't I no fit collect now.
Supermarket people go dey tell you say,
Okay, we no get change. I beg, use and take sweet now.
when you come see that better yama roasted fish wey don dey hungry you since nko.
I no carry my wallet come out too.
See life not suppose hard like this o. Now make all of us for Naija dey pay for everything with Momo. Dial star 671 hash or download the new Momo app. Make you follow enjoy this better life. Momo, better than cash.
Oh yeah, pay your money from the back. I beg, I don't get change, yo.
Conductor, take the money.
When I don't come again. Where I won't find change for this big money now?
Oga, just take the money.
Auntie, I don't get change, yo. If you know say you don't get change, you better come down now.
Calm down, boss. No need for change. I go pay for everybody inside this bus. Plus you and the driver sef.
Cash, madam. You get money, oh.
No be so. I just want share the goodness. In fact, soft drink. Bring one more Guinness for everybody.
It's always a good time to share goodness and spread positivity. Malta Guinness. Enjoy a world of good.
Babe, this dollar has increased again. And just now.
I've heard of Jumia.
But what does that have to do with anything?
So you know about Jumia and you don't know about their brand's festival.
I do, but still, what does that have to do with anything?
Well, you can get quality phones direct from Jumia official stores like Samsung, Xiaomi, Apple, Tecno, and many more at very affordable prices.
Wow, really?
Yes! Get phones, electronics, beauty products, groceries, and many other things from Jumia's official stores at greatly discounted prices from September 4th to September 17th. Jumia, your everyday delivered.
Hey, yeah, now Rabbi, with Rabbi, my teeth strong, my mouth is fresh, it clean well, oh, now RLB. Strong teeth RLB, fresh bread RLB, 24/7 with RLB. Strong teeth RLB.
Give on our teeth 24 hours protection. Use Orabi today. Na Nigerian Dental Association. Tanda Gidigba with Orabi. Would you like to study, work, and live abroad? If yes, then you should take part in the International Student Recruitment Fair for universities in the UK, USA, Australia, Canada, and more. Brought to you by Comfort EduServe Limited. At the recruitment fair, you get an opportunity to meet with university delegates, on-spot assessment of admission documents, favorable payment plan, and more. The venue is at Ethel Hotels and Halls, Plot 30, Kudirat Abiola Way, First Bank Bus Stop, Oregun, Ikeja, Lagos. Date is the 2nd of September 2023. Time 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. For more info, you can contact 0814-670-2957 plus 234-907-522-0152 plus 447-702-023984. You can also visit our office at Comfort House, number 6, Alafia Street, opposite Veterinary, Mokola, Ibadan, or your state. Email info@comforteduserve.com.
Welcome back. This is Daily Digest with Jimi Disu.
You're welcome back to the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu, and I have Nkiru the farmer and this the butcher here. Let's hear your own experience. I expect the female line, to keep going up and up. All you men, we just put money for down, go work. Stay out of this because you don't know anything. You don't know nothing. Now that's just a joke before you get intimidated. But for you men, remember that when you are talking, it's very likely that your wife could be listening at home. So think well before you say what you want to say. Take the first call, please. Hello, good morning. Women never admit that they take part of the maintenance money for themselves. They will never. A woman will always say that I'm always.
Money that's not even enough, Uncle Jimmy. What are we? Are you taking from a dry well? The money is not even enough.
It's enough.
We even subsidize it. We even add our own quietly to make it
That's
rich.
That's what women. I challenge any woman now. Anyone. I have. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm calling from Igondo. My name is Kerito Jonah.
Yes, sir.
I'm a florist, sir. We are talking about farming, food security in Nigeria, sir.
Yes.
There's a way we are doing farming system now. Even though we are living in a house, there's a way that we construct. Either we use plastic to plant vegetable or whatever in yam. So I don't see, some people are lazy. We can plant something in your house so that you can consume from there. You can take vegetable from your house. Instead of buy vegetable and crayfish, you can buy vegetable from home. Take vegetable from home, then buy crayfish from home.
Okay.
We are going up. Even Nigeria is not recognized as an agriculturist. So I plan a lot of things. I have seeds.
Okay.
I'm working with these people, loot, yes. So if you can come to my garden, you can enjoy banana, plantain, and so forth.
Okay. He said he will work with what? Loot or something. So you are coming on radio to advertise, they can come and buy. Abi? Why you man?
Yes, sir.
Why you man? Go away, Joe. I was going to go at least you can come to my farm. Feta, remind me, let them send him a bill. Okay. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And say, na person where they live for room and parlor, I go farm away do.
No, but it's a good point too, because some people may not even be thinking about that, and it could be a way for us to at least.
But you know, if we had been left to our own devices, back in the day, when I think of the 60s, where the cities were not as cramped as they are.
Yeah.
If I go thief and self, if you put it for your window.
Yeah.
You'll be lucky if they leave the pot for you. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning.
Thank you very much. Long time no talk.
Abiel, go on.
I hear you, Nkiru the farmer. It's Nkiru car.
That's the way she likes me to call her, so that she will
Nkiru.
Yes.
Uncle Jimmy, the food crisis. If truly these people want to do something,
yes,
like the farmer and the butcher woman, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the government should meet with this type of people. These people should be in the system.
Yes.
I don't know where all this. It's a party. I work for the party. No, get people who know what to do. Get in there. You will still get the glory. than putting us in this stormy water that we'll find ourselves.
Food for thought. Yes.
Uncle Jimmy, 2012, the flood that happened in, that year on. I suffered it. I'm from Ndokwa East. About 50-something towns were submerged. The small farm I do then, I grow from here, they get everything. Water come, carry the whole thing. And they asked us to write our names. My brother called me, oh, bring your account number. Till today, I didn't hear anything from Delta State government. So they should get people like Nkiru, the farmer and the butcher, get them into the system. They will tell them what to do.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello. Hello.
Oh, good evening. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Okay, I remember growing up in Benin.
Yes.
Until I finished secondary school, we didn't get to Benin City, not village, city town.
Yes.
We never buy gari, we didn't buy corn, we didn't buy vegetable. Because it's just a suggestion for myself. If you have a space at your backyard, there's nothing stopping you from doing a small garden. You'll be surprised what you will reap from that garden. It should not take you anything on a weekend. Just do one or two things. I don't have space here in Lagos. No space in Lagos. That's my problem. It's not a big deal, even part of exercise for you. You find that at the end of the day, we end up not buying most things that you think they are very expensive at the market. See, because my growing up throughout, the only thing my father gives to my mother to go and buy maybe ogbono, maybe a fish. Every other thing we get it from the garden and at our backyard, at the airport quarters in Benin. So anybody that grew up in Benin at the airport quarters, you know what I'm talking about.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I know what you're
talking about. There's a
talking
mini farm there.
Thank you. I know what you're talking about. Benin is my second home. I know what you're talking about. Where are we headed this year, man, with the way things are going? If you cast your eyes, ahead of you, are we very near breaking point?
I appears so, because right now it doesn't feel like there's any way out. So we just have to we just have to make ourselves happy and see how best we can reduce our own spend.
How far down? I mean, what kind of drop have you had?
In sales?
In sales, yes.
Okay,
in
so
percentage, roughly.
I would say maybe like a 10% drop. But you see, the thing is, usually during summer,
yes,
sales drop because you have quite a number of people who travel.
Okay.
And even though I was skeptical whether really the people really travel. You remember that people plan their trips like a year before.
A year before, yes.
So, and all this happened within this period. So I don't want to hurry to say that the drop is as
well, let me help you a little bit with the development.
Someone doesn't want to rebase how she collects her data.
Oh no, sorry. Okay, 1 second. With the oh my God, I lost sight of what I wanted to say. Okay, with the crisis. Okay, with the crisis that we have coming up in the north, insecurity, and now with the Niger one, don't you think at some point it's going to be very hard to get beef to sell?
It would.
I'm sorry, Uncle Jimmy. And with the flooding in 13 states, you forgot that.
Okay, cool. Don't let me lose track again. Somebody should put off her mic.
Sorry.
Okay.
So yes, even though the consumption of beef would drop, there are other alternatives.
What's the alternative to beef?
Chicken. You still have chicken being farmed
so the chicken market is not as affected, but we hear they talk about feeds for chicken going up and so on and so forth.
It will go up, but remember that there are also parallel markets where they also bring in chicken from.
Some from the close border, they come through the backyard.
Yeah, so which is actually higher than the local ones that.
But we are told that the chicken that is imported, we need to be very careful that they're being preserved with what's the one they used to preserve?
Formalin and all those things. Yeah, but they still bring them in.
People still eat them.
Oh yes.
I know that kind of chicken. No. Must we eat meat?
I don't know.
Do you know that?
You must eat meat, yes.
No, if I tell you, I know, it's a butcher now. What else would you say? But I will tell you this, and it will amuse you. I cannot eat any meal that doesn't have meat in it.
Exactly.
Now, you can put the meat at the time I'm starting and take it off. But you know, food is first of all about visual.
Yeah.
Then you go to taste. I will not dip my hand in any food and this and that if I don't see meat, no matter how tiny. But that's that's
But
something.
you see, the middle class, upper class are
Yes.
actually very health conscious. So really, they are not the biggest
So-
consumers of beef per
So
se.
we poor people shouldn't buy beef
No,
from
I don't. You don't fall under that category. The people who really eat beef are
Yes.
the lower class people, and because then the perception was beef was more cheaper than chicken.
Not even that. People thought that beef was good for, that's how to do when you go to. I remember those days. My friend Sky is not in the country. I don't know if he's listening to this program. We used to go to a place in Ojo Elegba, and this woman had this big sprawl of whatever bowls and things. You point to fuku, edo,
Those are the interesting parts of meat.
You can say that again. Now you can talk. Somebody can put on her mic. She's religious. What do you see?
No, they didn't remove it. Don't worry.
Okay. What do you see in the horizon? From what you can see now, in the areas of food, feeding, and so on and so forth. What do you anticipate? Let's say if we go along this same trajectory, we go along this same path, 6 months from now, 12 months from now, what do you think we'll be looking at?
We're going to have more issues because, sorry, I was interjecting when you were speaking. You forgot one other major thing, the flood that's going to happen in the 13 states.
Yes.
And the states that is going to most affect are the food production states. Benue, the food basket of Nigeria, is affected. Kogi, Nasarawa.
Yeah, even
remember what happened last year.
Even this.
So don't worry. What? Sorry, sir.
Even this morning, when we're doing with Sheriff, when we're doing the program, we read that the Nigerians said that the Cameroonians had already opened the dam for 7 days.
7 days before they were told. Yes.
So I asked the question: what is the job of the NIA? Your
So,
Nigerian intelligence. These are things you should know.
If we're already having issues with food, and this is a major food production period because this is the rainy season, where a lot of production of things like maize and the rest are produced and stored, yam and the rest. And we're going to have the places that produce over 50% of the food in Nigeria to be flooded. We're in for a major crisis in crop production. We're already having issue in meat production. Now we're going to add crop production.
Wow.
And the thing is that these things happen every year. You don't even need to wait for NIA to tell you or for Cameroon to send information. It happens every year. So you anticipate it.
Well, there's been a warning that has gone out to people who live in the affected areas. And I've been through that kind of crisis once. Even in a very minimal area, I was a borderline in Isheri when the dam burst. We know what a lot of those who have the responsibility of governance. We know what they do with all these funds. I honestly don't know who is going to save us from all this. And you can't buy these things and stock forever. I mean, I can't buy beef that I'm going to eat for one whole year. Who does that? Like my good friend Pastor Etra would say, I'm not going to be buying. Is it possible to stock meat for a year?
It's possible if you.
Would it lose taste?
You have to seal it properly. If you vacuum seal it, it can stay.
Which one is vacuum seal?
And so there's a process.
The vacuum for your carpet, you put it in. What do you mean?
No, there's a process that removes the oxygen inside the package, so it preserves the meat longer.
And do you put in fridge or freezer?
No, freezer. You must freeze it.
You must freeze it.
Yes.
So I did the right thing.
You must freeze it.
I bought some wholesale meat recently, so that at least. Don't come to my house, the way you're looking. Let's speak the next. She looks quite interested. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir, Mr. Jimi.
Morning, Mr. Uncle. What's your name, sir?
Mr. Godwin, sir.
Okay, Mr. Godwin.
Good morning to your guest.
Goddy. Yeah.
See, the truth about is that actually, right now, as you are going like this, you ask some question now. The things that our government or the leaders, with people that we call leaders, are doing now, we are heading to destruction. That is the honest truth. But maybe you will say, maybe someone will say, why are you speaking like this? But here's the fact. One person stop this one and say, if you do not call problem by their names, that means it is the first solution because you don't have exact solution to give to you. If it's not reverse from these policies they are bringing on now, the Nigeria country as a whole, we are heading for destruction. This destruction setting at our faces. Because it's happening to a very small boy in the one community or in one village, nobody cares. But it's coming. When somebody will begin to see somebody's neck look like turkey or chicken, then they know that okay, this country is red. Thank you, sir.
All right. Inkiru, yeah, in the east. This morning, I heard on Cherry's program, they were complaining that these herders again have been ravaging some parts of the east and eating up the crops and so on and so forth. Is that a big? Is that a big? I don't want to use the word problem, but that's what it is. Is that a big problem?
It's a big problem because in the southeast, the two states that produce the largest amount of food is Enugu and Abakaliki because they border Benue states and Cross River.
Oh, I see.
And those areas. So that's a header crisis comes from Benue state and also affects the two states. When we were growing up, the way they had the rice we ate, and it was Abakaliki rice. Everybody knew about Abakaliki rice, and their yams were massive. But those ones, they're having a lot of crisis because they border Benue, so they're having the header crisis issues.
Why have we been visited with all these issues at the same time? What have we done?
I don't know.
Are we not praying enough? Should we increase the prayer points?
We're not even solving one at a time.
Yes.
Or okay, all right, okay.
We're not solving
the northern
anyone.
states and the southeast states are besieged with flooding and with header crisis. In countries where people think, then maybe you move production to the southwest in the meantime while you solve the northeast problem because it's about the same climatic conditions and arable lands. So you can move your primary or you invest a lot of money in the southwest to make up while you solve the northern problem. We're not even thinking.
But then these farms aren't the private enterprises.
Yeah, but they can
The
get
farms.
government support now. It doesn't
move.
mean. Yeah, it doesn't mean. Even if they're private.
But there are all kinds of, in Nigeria, all kinds of considerations come into with the Southwest itself, make itself available and not shoot itself in the foot, by all these tribal things and that. Yeah, that's the problem. Okay, it's 9:46. I'd like to have I taken any female caller?
No.
Where are the women?
You've set them up now, so they've all taken off.
I set them up. I also going to ask them about
that they're hiding money now.
No, I also going to ask them.
I
was going to ask them about the money they get from their own.
You set them up.
Hello.
All right.
Hello. Women, they're never there when you need them.
It's a lie. We're always there.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning, sir.
Well done, sir. This is Godwin calling from Loshorolakwe.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Thank you for the good work you are doing with Nkiru and others.
Yes.
Yes. The bigger issue is ahead.
Wow.
From the north and the middle belt where I come from, Kogi to be specific.
Yes.
The Fulani herdsmen, they have disallowed the farmers to farm in their farm, on their farm now. And they'll be doing a lot, killing people on the farm. And in the north, if you could recall what the retired general was saying some time ago, they politicized it. And because we had a president that was part of them, these people had grown. And from this morning's paper review, you could hear where they were threatening of going to court. The people that are killing people, eating their farm, destroying without even bothering. They are the one again threatening that they are taking the people they are killing at their farm to court. And we have government that romances things that matters until we have a government that's sincere with the reality on ground. This will continue. And the next farming season, only God help. With the closure of border and the Fulani herdsmen and natural disaster, the water that is oncoming now, then that year only God will help us when we talk of farming.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for your contribution. I think I will take our last caller for the day because it's about 2 minutes to 10 to 10. Hello.
Hello, Hello, good morning. I'm Jimmy.
Ah, we have a female voice. First of all, clap for
Yes.
yourself where you are there.
Thank you, sir.
The women have landed.
Yes. Hello, the female farmers in the house. Well done. I'm also a farmer.
Oh, good.
So I just want to also just encourage everyone. We can actually do container gardening in the house, most especially for vegetables. So any container, get soil from those selling flowers and get organic manure so that you can actually control the quality of your vegetables as well. It will go a long way. You can grow enough for the family. It will be very helpful. I pray the government will do the right thing with the herdsmen. They need to stop them because they are the one really causing this food shortage. Farmers can't go to the farm, and now they have the effrontery to go to court to the people they've arrested. And this is just mind-blowing when I heard in the news this morning.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Uncle Jimmy, well done for all that
Thank
you do.
you. I want to squeeze in one last call.
My name is Jumoke Kasim.
Jumoke Kasim, thank you very much.
All
I
right,
want
sir.
to thank you. I want to squeeze in one last caller if it is female.
Okay.
Do you have any female caller? Yeah. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, Uncle Jimmy. Good morning.
Morning, well done, man.
My name is Altine.
Your name is?
Altine.
Okay.
So that's a good one. You brought in these two female farmers.
Yes.
What I want to find out from the butcher.
Yes.
How does she have this sharing club so that one can get involved into it? Because I know some people they do this sharing either weekly, fortnightly, or monthly. So I just want to know.
Okay.
And then the other farmer, how does she also?
Whether she has a club.
Yes.
Okay, ma. We don't have the time, but I can answer very quickly because I have to get out of here. WhatsApp because it's coming up next. Both of them, I know that the butcher is a retailer. You go in and buy per kilo. Do you have any club?
Yeah, so we also do cow sharing, but you don't need to have people to gather people to buy. So you can walk in and still have quarter of a cow or
that's not cow sharing. That's buying quarter of a cow.
But
which kind of marketing ploy is that?
But we don't need to share if we always have it available.
What that madam is talking about is that you combine with Feta, Jimi Disu, Sheriff, Quadri. 10 of us will buy a whole cow, and then we will share it into 4.
It's possible.
Equally.
It's possible, but the point is she doesn't need to know Feta. She can.
She didn't say she wants to know Feta. All she knows.
She can come in and buy. Yes,
No.
we have available.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ikuru, your final word on this. Do you do what is it now?
Like a farming cooperative,
like
kind
a cooperative
of
thing, and
where people can buy.
where people can buy in bulk and share and stuff like that.
She can't hear.
She can't hear me. Don't worry, she's just there smiling. I mean, don't vex.
I can hear you, Uncle Jimmy. I can hear you very well.
Okay, you heard what I said.
Final word of the day.
No, you see, you didn't hear. I said, do you have an arrangement like where you can put people into like cooperatives?
No, I don't have an arrangement like the food sharing thing Isoma was talking about, right?
Yes.
No, I don't have that. We don't.
They don't retail.
No, we don't have that.
Ladies, I got to go. So I just we will do this in a month's time, and hopefully Esme, who runs the restaurant, will be able to join us because it's very vital that somebody who runs the restaurant should be here, so that we have an idea of what those who are cooking this food for us to buy. We have an idea of what. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
My fondest regards to your mom.
No problem. I will. She's sitting beside me here. Yes, I will.
I give your fondest regards to your mom and tell her that I miss her. Let me see her face. Can I see her face?
All right.
Can she hear us? Quickly.
She can hear you.
Morning, ma.
See her face.
Mama, good morning, ma. How are you?
Good morning.
You're looking nice and fresh.
Yeah, because I'm reading an earpiece to block out the sound, so you can only just see her face.
Okay. Greet her for me. Well, we got to go.
All right, I will.
Thank you very much. We got to
Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am.
She's thanking you.
Yes, I heard that. We got to go. And remember that tomorrow we have Diabumi. Tochi will be here. And as usual, we'll have and tomorrow is Amala Day for the Amalites. Okay, see you all tomorrow at 9. Bye.
Thank you.
And I want to assume that you would run because I want to give the listeners context for the conversation.
In 2019, you were running mate to Atiku Abubakar. What did you learn then that you will not repeat this time?
Yes, when is the president coming out to address us?
There's a few things. One, I have a burden and a passion for young people.
The fact that you have elected a man does not mean then you begin to order him around. The president will do whatever is good for the country at any given time.
Mr. Adeshino, isn't the president responsible to the people?
What should the next president do to root out stakeholders who are complicit?
You fire those that need to be fired are fired. It's looking like a brand new Chelsea, attacking with so much fluidity. And what can you say about that, Martin? I know you follow Chelsea quite closely.
I live close to the Chelsea training ground. That's what you mean by that. I'm not.